This episode of the Dom Joseph Podcast is brought to you by, who knows at this point, that's something I think about. If I were to pick my dream sponsorship, I think my dream sponsorship would be Oberto. I really like those cocktail pepperonis or spice-aronis, I like to call them. That would be a really cool sponsor, have those every podcast. But I don't think they're open for donation or open for supportation, or they want to sponsor anyone. I've tried reaching out, hit them up on the old Instagram DM, and I didn't hear anything. But anyways, we're here today. We are talking at the day of October 19th, 5:38 p.m. So you guys can look at your calendar and say, oh, Dom was recording this on Wednesday, October 19th, and see what I was doing around that time. Who knows what you're doing around 5:38? Maybe you're sitting in traffic, going to the gym, maybe talking to friends, maybe doing laundry, maybe just doing stuff you don't really want to do. Maybe you're going like on your way somewhere that you don't want to go, but you plugged in your headphones and you're like, I'm just going to listen to the podcast. But remember, you still got to do that thing that you're going to do. So that's some motivation for you. But what has been going on? What are we going to be talking about today? I got a whole bunch of notes I want to share with you guys. And girls, also, I'm trying to be more aware, saying, people like their pronouns and stuff, so I get it. Today I got my cousin's ribbon shirt she made me, Elizabeth. She makes these. So you guys ever need your... a new ribbon shirt or something, and you live on the PNW, hit me up. I'll tag her below or something. And yeah, it fits me, man. It says DJP, got the applique on there. That's the thing, man. You'll be walking around with your buddies or some natives, and yeah, you just be walking around looking at stuff. Oh yeah, that bag looks nice. Yeah, if you put a ribbon on that, we just want to start adding ribbons to everything. We'll see a bag, like just a plain just bag. Yeah, you put some ribbons on that, man. And that'd be dope. Or, yeah, that's a nice shirt. Yeah, you put some ribbons on it. Wear it to a wedding. Just adding a ribbon is like adding the cherry on top to something. A lot of people outside of native country, I'd be like, yeah, I need to go bring my suit and get it tailored, Some of us, we bring it into our cousins, say, hey, can you add some ribbons to this, man? Say, yeah, what's your favorite color? You're like, well, I can't wear red to the ceremony. I can't wear this. Let's make green and yellow. Yeah, I'm feeling green and yellow this year. And then that's just your ribbon shirt for the whole year. It's just green and yellow is your vibe. Then you start getting lanyards that are green and yellow and stuff. I'm trying to get a lanyard that's just like the color of the background back here. So that's my I'll probably hit up my cousin for that. Yeah, man. That's for sure. Like we be putting ribbons on everything. I'm trying to think of something that I was like, I think my girlfriend was actually looking at like a tote bag, kind of like a bag you would just like, bring to like a picnic or bring to like the movie theaters maybe, or to like a powwow bag where you could actually put a whole bunch of stuff in. And I was like, yeah, you put some ribbons on the top, like outline it, make it look red and red and white. I think would be real cool. And of course, still never got to that, because that's the thing. When you're a craft person and a lot of them ribbons pile up and then beads pile up quick. You go to Joann's with a mission. You go to the craft store with a vision. You're like, I'm gonna get all these beads. I'm gonna bead all night. I'm gonna craft all night. We're gonna get everyone together. And then all of a sudden, your closet's just full of this stuff. And that's the thing with crafts, man. The crafts are just... You get that certain thing done. That's what makes it special, is because those things take so long to actually kind of get off the road. So anyway, I'm going to get into a voicemail real quick. We'll kind of do this. We'll do a couple, and then we'll kind of get going. So let's see here. We got this one on Monday, 8:06 p.m. We got a caller from Actually, we have gotten a caller from this guy before. Let's see.
Hola, what's going on, cousin? Gerald from Squamish again. Just
Gerald from Suquamish. Gerald from Suquamish. He's called in before. He talked in. What did he talk about last time? Gerald from Suquamish. He was just caught. He's got some funny jokes, man. And Gerald, if you're listening, I really appreciate you calling in. But let's see what they had to say.
hit me up, but I'm cheering on my Seahawks every weekend. Fucking crack me a four loco every time Geno Smith scores a touchdown. Holy hoka, hey, cousin down. Hey, just love your content, and yeah, you just make me real proud of you. Proud uncle. You don't know me. I'm your uncle from your other uncle,
Not my uncle.
Gerald. Just give me a shout out. Every time you speak my name, an eagle flies on the beach somewhere, swoops up a salmon. Miss you, bro. Alrighty, later.
Shout out to Gerald. A couple eagles are flying across that mountain right now, flying across that Bay Area, Puget Sound, picking up some salmon. At the site of Gerald calling in. Thanks for the call, Gerald. I really appreciate people calling in. The hotline 425-320-3641. Just as much as I appreciate all my natives out there putting ribbons on everything. If you like to put ribbons on things, send in your favorite thing that you've ever put a ribbon on to the hotline 425-320-3641. Yeah, that's just I've had many things with ribbons on them. Mostly shirts, I should say. But I've left some valuable ribbon shirts or valuable things at places. And you ever leave something at someone's house for so long it just almost is theirs at that point? Be like, yeah, man, I gotta come over and grab my comforter I left over when I stayed over there last week, man. I don't got no blankets. Or your comforter? This is mine, man. I bought this at Costco. You're like, that's not even a Costco type blanket, man. No, man, I bought it. You just want my comforter that bad, dude? Like, I need that. Or like, hey, man, I left my copy of Step Brothers at the house, and the kids like to watch that, or I left a copy of B-Movie over there, and they're getting tired of watching Incredibles and stuff, just white people, and we want to get some more, B's, it's not just white people, so we'll play that. No, this is our copy. Oh, no, that's our copy because I remember you specifically told me to bring my copy of B-Movie because it's not scratched and it doesn't like bug out at, minute 26. No, this is mine, man. My kid had a birthday the other week and we bought him B-Movie, so this is his. Okay. That's just like something people do. You leave something there that long, they get acclimated to it. Oh, no, this is mine. Oh, that toothbrush? I've been using that for years, man. It says my name on it. Yeah, but you left this a while back, and I thought, you just wrote Dom on it just for, like, in case you wanted to use it. And, yeah, I've been using it. You're like, oh, man, this guy. That's happened to me in many things, man. I don't really think about it, but that's something I think about. What else do I be thinking about? I'd be thinking about a lot of things. I think about this story or this, like, show idea I have. Like, it's a show that you get 3 pauses in life. You can't use them till after you're 21, but you get 3 pauses. And that means you could pause basically just life around you, and you could go as long as you want. You could pause for years, you could pause for months, you could pause for a day, you could pause for however long you want. And the world, pauses too, but you pause. And everyone has their own pauses. And I bet you it would get really complex. But if you think about it, so say there's this show. Say it's about a young man. Say it's about me. You're doing whatever you're doing. You're grinding or whatever. And all of a sudden, you get 3 pauses. So at the age of 21, they're like, all right, here's Dom. Here's your pauses. You could do whatever you want with them. You could break into a prison, or you could study the whole library. You could work out. You could, just imagine what people would be like if you could pause for that amount of time. So I thought about it, and I was just like, what would I use my 3 pauses on? If I had 3 pauses in life, when would I pause them, and why would I? I'm sure people would use their pauses for like something like maybe a traumatic event happened and they need to get over it. Or some guy wants to get super yoked before a photo shoot or something, or maybe someone wants to pause before they get married and just like adventure the world. It would be kind of an event of things that kind of go down. So if it was me personally, would have I used a pause by now? I don't know. I think maybe it would be cool to pause at like 21 and just read a whole bunch, work out a whole bunch. But then the con of that is you're alone. You have nobody around you. So you could pause as long as you want until you go crazy, but you could really pause as long as you want. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what your guys' like responses would be. That'd be really cool to see what everyone would do in their pause time. But yeah, I would definitely probably try to study or learn something or work out a whole bunch. But yeah, times pause, that would be nuts. 3 pauses, you get 3 of them. That's quite a bit too. It's kind of like how the genie works. If you guys don't know what a genie is the thing that you rub the lamp and they come and give you wishes. And if I had a wish, you got to be real specific with your wishes, man. Like they say in the shows, it's like, oh yeah, I want to get a whole bunch of money. And they're like, all right, here's a whole bunch of laundered, like non-laundered money. So you have a whole bunch of drug money, you can't even use it. So you got to be able to back up your wishes with whatever you're doing. All right, so what else do I be thinking about? What's going on? What else do we have in here today in the big old notes of stuff we could talk about? I've been playing Monopoly. I don't know if you guys have played Monopoly before, but Monopoly has spaces, and there's a whole bunch of spaces, and the cheaper spaces in the beginning of the board, and the more expensive ones are at the end. And some people are probably like, dude, I know what Monopoly is. We've all played Monopoly. But anyways, when you're playing Monopoly and you're kind of winning, like you're doing good, you're in a good mood, and the guy who's losing never, they have like no completed spaces, so they can't put houses on it. And they're landing on your spaces over and over and over again. So you're feeling good because you're getting money, but they're feeling bad because they got to keep paying you. So the game keeps going on, and you land on their utility spaces, and that's what they have. When you land on someone's utility spaces, you land on it, and then you try to like hype them up about it. You're like, oh man, those are the sleeper pieces, and they're not. The utility spaces are not the sleeper pieces. That's why nobody wants them. It's like, oh yeah, that's times 10, times 10 of, 2, that's $20, man. That's a good space. You try to hype it up, or when you try to like up value your trade in Monopoly, you're like, yeah, man, I got the utilities. They're sleepers, man. I love playing Monopoly, and I always aim for I try to gauge what color is the best one to get. They did a study on that. The orange one is the best, and I think I've talked about that many times on the pod before. But yeah, dang, you're killing me with those utilities, man. It's like, and you're really only forking over $40. Oh man, no, those are not the spaces to get. Let's see here. What else we got here? Let's play a voicemail before we get into the next one. This one comes from, let's see. I'm not going to say the number. What do we got here?
My guy, got Macaw Nation, Yehonkdwan, Iksinsu, John Reamer, many blessings. Just going to the gym, driving to the gym in the city this week, so it's like a 25-minute commute, but needed a road dog, co-pilot. Just calling in to say what's up, bro. Just got done listening to the newest episode, 100 Dogs. Never fails. Always been a big fan of the pod. It's that vibe of just that comfort of like you're hanging out with the bros, kind of just like shooting sticks and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and besides that, my man, just think I'm cooking up a pretty devious parlay this week. Might drop it, free play for all the boys to get on.
Oh man, I had to stop you there because just the parlays, man. The parlays are something I've been cooking up. What is a parlay? Parlay is a set of bets that you could bet in sports gambling to multiply. So say, for instance, there is a game. Say you want the Seattle Mariners to win, which they didn't, unfortunately. They'd be plus, let's just give them a random number, plus 100. And then say there's another team that plays plus 200. That's 300 together. So if they both win, it's plus 300. So that basically means like $1 is like $3 in that sense. So if you put $5 down, you make $15 or whatever the math is. I'm not really the best at math, but that is what a parlay is. Let's keep playing.
If anyone's trying to make some money, I got that for you guys. But 1 second, I almost missed my turn here. But yeah, no, bro, just appreciate you and all that you stand for. You're a world-class kind of guy, good role model, good friend. I like that we're able to bounce ideas off each other, anything from, like more serious business, from school, and then when we, kind of get down on our comedy thing, it's been fun, my man. But yeah, I'm just about to hit the exit here. Go take a couple pics in the gym and then get out of there, so everyone thinks I'm still, getting after it. Anyways, oh yeah, I got kicked out of my Facebook. Don't accept any friend requests from my account or any messages. I don't know what happened. I think there's a hacker on the loose again. Anyways, I'll catch you on the flip.
Appreciate the voicemail, John. But yeah, we all have that uncle out there, man. That's just like, yeah, this is my my new Facebook. I don't know what happened to my other ones. What are these uncles looking up, man? They're looking up some crazy stuff. If this is their 8th Facebook, they're on the internet doing something. They're on the internet, maybe trying to snag, maybe trying to get some numbers, clicking on some unsolicited sites they should be on, but we all know that uncle that has like 9 Facebooks, man, with the same picture too, same name. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, I didn't see you posted on Facebook. I thought we were friends. It's like, yeah, I'm friends with like the 6 other accounts you have. Or some uncles think they get slick with their Facebooks when they make a new one and they just reverse the name. So like say I was supposed to make another Facebook and I would just flip it and make it Joseph Dominic, and they think they're like incognito because no one's going to find them. But then the thing is with Facebook is if like you have friends, people can just look you up by mutual friends and be like, oh, this is the one he uses, obviously. But yeah, man, these uncles, man. So me and John have this ongoing joke of like, these uncles, man, what are they getting into? Why do they got like so many Facebooks, man? But I also went on to ask people, what did they actually say let's go to? So basically, what gets them pumped up? And I got 2 calls from, actually, when I play this one right here, let's play this.
Ice cream.
Oh, here we
I
go.
just had to share it. Yes, Dom, this is your Nana. Let's go get ice cream.
So my Nana called in and she said her favorite thing that makes her say let's go is let's get ice cream. So that's really makes me feel good there. And then let's see here. My auntie also called in.
Really going hard. The last thing I saw on a clip on IG was you asking people, what makes you say let's go then, or let's go? When my sister wants to go shopping, let's go. When my mom says let's go to grandpa's, let's go. When the family wants to do something celebratory for a holiday, let's go,
Oh man, I love how people are actually calling in to the show. It makes me feel good and makes the pod just to feel a little more richer. Feels like someone's here today. What else is going on in the bucket of notes we have here? The bucket of notes. You know how in Blue's Clues they have what is in the mail today. What is in the bucket of notes we have? Let's see. Oh yeah, your high school, man. they don't care what you've done, you know, like, or what you're doing. Like, I hate to say it, but like, these high schoolers, you know, they come back to go flex on, like, I saw this TikTok, this guy go back to his high school. He's like, man, they didn't think I'd be any of this. It's like, bro, they're just trying to give you some motivation to just do your homework, man. Like, at the surface, I don't think teachers really hated any of their students. I mean, I'd like to think that. And maybe, I mean, look at it. I mean, this is my point of view. It's like, oh, look, see, they never thought I'd be appointed to anything, and look where I'm at now. It's like, well, I mean, hey, they kind of motivated you to get that, you know? Haters, you know, let the haters motivate you, man. Don't make it their problem. But I've always heard that in rap lyrics. It's like, without fail, the rappers always saying, oh, yeah, they told me I wasn't going to be shit, and now I'm dipping in them pits, or I don't know, you know, like, I'm not a rapper. But I always feel like people were always like, it's always the rappers saying, people are like, oh, they didn't think I'd be shit. It's like, bro, it's like, no one's really coming at you like that. You know what else has got to stop? People like, actually like flaming you for what you do in your off time. You know, there's this ongoing joke of, Kyler Murray and what he does and how he video games and like whatever. But man, like, you're going to bash on a guy for like just hanging out at his house and just playing? Like, we're going to keep bashing on people for just doing stuff like in their own time. Like, Kyler Murray goes to work and he plays in the games, he practices or whatever, and then he goes home and plays video games and Twitch goes streams. What's the big deal? I don't really see the big deal in that, and a lot of people are making a huge fuss about it. And I also saw that with Tyreek Hill too. People were like, "Oh yeah, Tyreek Hill, he's gaming after hours." But bro, who cares? Like, could you imagine this? This is what I think of. It's like, you know, you just work your 9 to 5, and people are like, "Oh, you just worked your 9 to 5. You come home, you cook, and then you go on Twitch stream, or you go and just play some video games, and then you have someone reporting on it, going, come on, is Dom really an audio producer here? Look what he does in his free time. He plays video games with his brother." Like, what is the deal with that, man? I never really understood that. But headlines like that got to stop, man. And I've been thinking about that quite a bit. And dude, I'm still thinking about that ribbon thing, man. About what I said about them ribbons. Man, natives just love putting ribbons on stuff. I just feel like I'm looking at things in the room I have here right now. And there's probably 3 things I could say that need ribbons on them. And that I would probably say some chairs you could put ribbons on. I've seen people put ribbons on strollers. Lots of things. But man, you know, you put a ribbon on something, it makes it valuable. It makes it just that much more cooler. So that's what I really admire about natives putting ribbons on everything. Ribbon shirts are dope. Ribbon skirts, ribbon overall. I haven't seen actually ribbon overalls yet. But yeah, I say we just go to Joann's, get some ribbons, and just put it on a bag tonight. You know, that sounds like a good time to some people, and I ain't hating. But yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. And everyone, you know, everyone in native country's got some crafts going on. They got something they're making. So that's good. Because, you know, we used to trade. I mean, we still do now, but even back then we used to trade. I actually was told this story a long, long time ago. It was a story from, who was it? It was either Turin or it was somebody else who told me. Or Dennis told me. We had Dennis on the podcast a long time ago. And it was a story of, I'm going to butcher this story, so stay with me here. There was this traveler who came in. And actually, yeah, he told this story on the pod, but I'm going to retell it. It was about this people who trade and people being self-conscious of what they trade. And there was this whole tribe, this villager came in, or this journeyman came in, and he's like, I'm looking to trade. And everyone had all these nice things, you know, like this super nice woven basket, cedar braids, and beadwork, and bundles of food, and a whole bunch of things. And everyone's, you know, and this guy goes, what do I need the most? And then there was this like little girl who said, I have this. It was like this little stick with like a little ribbon on it, like a tiny ribbon or little something on it. And he starts looking at all these things. He puts it down, looks at it. You know, no, this ain't for me. People are like, wow, he's turning down the best things here. He finally gets to the little girl and everyone's kind of laughing like, oh, that's all she brought. And the guy said, you know, this is the gift I choose. And then he gave, I don't remember what the guy gave, but they all wanted to trade with him because he was from a far away. I think he gave them like a nice basket or something of worth trading. But he chose the little girl's stick. And everyone's like, why didn't you choose the beadwork? Why didn't you choose the cow or the horse or whatever we were trying to trade you? And the guy said, you know, I'm here to trade with someone for something I need for my life right now. And right now, I need a stick to put my tobacco in my pipe. And that's kind of the story. And I butchered it a lot, but it was kind of a really good story. I wish I could like hear it again. I like hearing stories. And wintertime is approaching, so I've actually heard wintertime is the time of storytelling, because winter is the time where people, you know, come together in longhouses or in teepees and they huddle up and they eat together and under the fire, near the fire, and tell stories. You know, I've heard summer isn't the time for storytelling because you're out doing stuff. You're getting ready for the winter, and or fall is. And yeah, that's crazy. But I also been thinking too, like certain countries or parts of the world that like their calendars are different than ours. You ever think of that? Because like where I'm from, fall is like September to like damn near like March. Or no, fall is from like till December, November area, and then winter is from like December to like where I'm at till like May, and then summer is or spring's in May, spring's in like, or summers. Dude, I'm like fumbling all this stuff. But anyway, you know where the seasons are in your area, but just think about somewhere else that doesn't have the same seasons. It's a little crazy. But anyways, remember, you guys can always call into the hotline 425-320-3641 and let me know what you guys are thinking. It doesn't have to be anything serious. Just say, hey, what's up? I'll get you on the air or something. If you don't want to be on air, let me know. But yeah, that number is 425-320-3641. I will see you guys next week. Wait.